I think that it's kind of hard to have a sense of how long this game is, but I feel that we've made a decent amount of progress with the murder investigation and the side quests and stuff. Unless there's like a whole other new area to unlock, I feel like I've been making pretty good progress, so yeah, we'll see how we go. But day 5, I think that there are a few side bits that I want to do, because I have a feeling based on the pacing that we're getting maybe relatively close to the end of the murder investigation. So I want to... Oh, meow. I want to make sure that I've done like side bits and stuff before wrapping it up, I guess. Because obviously I assume the way that most games do, that once the murder investigation is over, like the main plot's over, then the game's over, and I might not be able to go back and do stuff. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, we've got to look for Ruby. That's our main quest kind of thing today. Determine where the shot came from. So I was trying to, in the last stream, I was trying to look for bullet traces on the boardwalk, and I couldn't really figure out how to do that. So I'll come back to it and see what we can find. Still trying to figure out how to get the passphrase to Steban's meeting. Haven't figured that out yet. I think I've got to talk to Joyce about something, and also I need to try getting into that passage at the whirling from the rooftop. Hi, Kim. Good morning.
Yes?
No? Okay. Yes. Let's head over to Joyce. I forgot that I was in this preppy ass outfit. I look like I'm gonna go horse riding. I look like a horse girl. But I love that for me. I think it slays because it's horse girl vibes. Should have named this stream Harry the Horse Girl. While I'm making my way over to Joyce, I just want to remind folks that we're still raising money for medical aid for Palestinians. Sorry. Yeah, we're still raising money for medical aid for Palestinians. And you might be able to see the donation bar at the top of our screen. That's currently at £1,920. That's how much money we've managed to raise. Our goal at the moment is £2,000. It's just a rolling fundraiser. If you would like to donate to our fundraiser, if you can afford to do that, then you can type !Palestine in the chat in order to pull up the link to the fundraiser. And if you do pop a donation our way, then please let us know so that we can shout you out. And thank you for your generous donation. Snowing today in Martinez. Yes, so this wall, I think I wanted to... There was a check here that I haven't passed yet.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Conceptualization check. Okay. Let's see what we can do on conceptualization. Because it would be nice to... Okay, +1 conceptualization. Another +1 conceptualization. Nice. Okay, lovely. This is also kind of a slay, actually. What are the stats on that shirt? It's +1 conceptualization, -1 suggestion. I see. I find suggestion to be quite a useful skill, but one that I don't know, can do without a lot of the time, so I don't really mind making the switch there. Anyway, let's have a quick save before we do this conceptualization
Just
check.
an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Why am I looking at this wall? +1 keen aesthetic sensibility, +2 Cindy's artistic impulses are infectious.
Yeah.
Shit.
Why? It's a wall. An ordinary wall.
No, it isn't.
Why must we stop to look at this wall every time we pass by? We have business to attend to.
Kim, you have no vision. That's your problem, Kim. Fine, I guess we'll talk to Joyce first, huh? Oh, where the fuck is Joyce? Went to the village on the coast. See you there. Joyce. Huh. Okay, well maybe if Joyce has moved, then we'll be able to progress the conversation with her in a new way. Maybe. One can hope. Let's chat over here, because I think Renee is gone somewhere. And this is his friend. Hi, Themborn.
Care to play a game with a lonely old man?
Themborn says, so I missed something about Toxic Yaoi? Yeah, my last stream title was, Toxic Yaoi Tonight, Comrade. We had a couple of gay moments between Kim and Harry in the last stream. Like, I think one of them was Harry sniffing Kim. I don't really... Yeah, it was pretty gay. And then also I sang karaoke and dedicated it to Kim, which was pretty gay as well. So there was a little bit of yaoi in the last stream. Yeah, that's what you missed on Glee.
Actually, never mind. Wouldn't be the same.
Where is Renee?
The prick is gone. I can barely believe it, but he's really gone.
He is trying to retain his jolly facade, but the underlying sadness casts a deep shadow over his wrinkled face.
Gone where?
Hell, most likely. He was an absolute gem.
How did he die exactly?
His hungry little heart finally gave out.
Oh.
The dock workers found him in the guard booth this morning. Wasn't even supposed to be working for another week, but he just had to prove how tough he is.
Did he feel like he has to prove he can still pull his weight? Doesn't need handouts?
Well, that's what internalizing a capitalist mentality will do to you guys. If you don't take enough rest, you only think that your existence is worthwhile if you push yourself to do work. Because needing quote-unquote handouts is bad. It will literally kill you. That's the lesson.
Yes, he was about to head home, cause when the dock workers found him, he was wearing civilian clothes and not the Kuketu uniform I saw him in all the time. Sometimes I thought he was wearing it just to piss me off. Now the joke's on him, cause he's gonna be buried without it.
Wow. Do you think our conversation about his job pushed him to go out there?
No. René was the most stubborn man in Revachol. Nothing you or I could say would ever push him to do anything. The man was completely immovable.
He has doubts, but right now, he just wants to move on and not think about it.
Was he really that bad?
I repeat, an absolute cunt. Even his old army buddies didn't want him around. He was like an old viper. The only people who could stand to be around him were Jenny and me. She saw something in him when we were just kids and she never lost sight of it. And I thought if the most beautiful being in the world can love him, then there must be something worth holding on to.
Did you love him?
We've hated each other our entire lives. So much, in fact, that...
He falls silent and looks up at you, eyes filling with tears.
Yes, I loved that angry prick. He didn't deserve it, but I did. You know what his last words to me were?
Tell me.
In Guillaume's time, you'd have been shot without trial. That's what he said to me. He lived a cunt, and he died a cunt. Let's leave it at that.
Do you know what happened to his medals?
I took them for myself. Took them to remember that old cunt. Nobody knew him better than I did. And I want to remember that old cunt by something.
Strange how old cunt sound almost gentle when he says it now.
Here, something to remember your friend by. Give him the photograph of Renee and the girl.
Let me see. This was 60 years ago. We all went to that parade. Young René looked so happy, and Jenny...
Eyes blurry with tears, he has to stop.
I'm sorry, officer. I just... Thank you. Thank you for this little memorabilia. It really means the world to me.
That was nice. A small thing for us, but invaluable to him. He probably didn't even know René had the photo.
See, I stole it for a reason. Because I knew this was going to happen. Disclaimer, that's a joke. I absolutely did not know that René was going to die. I offer my sincere condolences.
Yes, we are both very sorry for your loss.
It is what it is. Part of life, really. But to know someone for 79 years, then one day they're just gone.
79 years. Fuck.
I just don't know anymore. About anything, really. But you must need something.
Too bad René's gone. I was hoping to ask him about Maybelle's. Hold out the flower.
René wasn't really what you'd call a botanist, officer. And believe me, he didn't like Insulindian lilies.
Insulindian lilies?
That's their old name, dating back to the time of kings and crests, and all that other stuff he loved so much.
Why didn't he like them?
There were many reasons, but mostly it was the communals. They called them the Bells of Revolution.
A sad smile passes his face.
I guess in the end, the Insulindian lilies were just another piece of the whole Insulinde. The royalists had to surrender to the Mazovian insurgents. It doesn't really matter anymore.
But you feel the dried flower in your hand somehow still does matter, although not to this sad old man.
I want to go over a few more things about René, if that's okay.
Yes? What about...
Yes.
It is what I
Never
just
mind.
don't know anymore. About anything, really. But you must need something.
Tell me, what do you know about the dead man?
Everything, really. I probably knew him better than... You meant the teacup in the tree, didn't you? I don't know anything about him.
Teacup? Oh, because of the ceramic armor. Clever.
Bye for now. Sorry, Gaston. Poor Gaston.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Hold on. Let's get a visual calculus leading outfit on. I know I've got a couple in here. There we go. +1 visual calculus. Oh, just the one? Okay, well, the one will do.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Why am I looking at this?
Cop habit. You look at everything. This isn't case related, you think?
Well, who knows? I've thought that about a bunch of things that turned out to be case related. What kind of vehicle drove through here?
Hard to say.
reconstruct the movement.
No, these tracks are not interesting at all. Let the street sweeper just sweep them away.
God damn it. Not having luck on these rolls today. Okay, well, I'll come back to the fence and the wall later. Let's go find Joyce for now, I guess. I do really love this this music. It's so good. A lot of the soundtrack is really good. I'm definitely gonna look it up in my spare time, but this track in particular is good. Okay, so Joyce said that she's off the coast. I'm assuming around here because I'm assuming that she's docked her boat here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, there she fucking is.
I'll just keep the Cordeleche in the channel, if that's okay. It's too shallow near the pier.
She winds the mooring line around a post.
Aye, ma'am. And it's a jetty, by the way. Of course. Jetty. I prefer a good jetty to a pier any day. Jetty.
Okay. Hello, ma'am.
Hello, detective.
Sorry. She fastens the end of the line around the post and straightens her back.
It's good to see you here. I only just arrived myself.
What brings you here, madame?
Nothing, really. I've had my eye on this jetty for weeks now, so I decided to investigate it personally. This cluster of buildings isn't on any of the official maps, as far as I can tell.
That's a bad sign. Her interest in this is not. I don't feel good about it.
That. And she's also keeping an eye on you.
Have you been spying on us?
Spying has such a negative connotation. I did track your progress along the coast, however, and decided I would be better able to assist you from here. Then there's the matter of that little scamp in old lady clothes. She threatened to paint the Cordeleche red. Like blood, you see. Well, I like it the way it is. White.
Right. I think she should paint it with blood. I think that seems appropriate considering who you are and what you do.
What is this? Destruction of property, hooliganism, elder abuse, and who is this scamp anyway?
Who is this scamp?
No need. Lillian and I are getting on much better. For one, she appreciates the concept of rent.
Oh dear lord. So how do you like it here?
How do I like it?
She casts her gaze toward the village, slush melting on the cinder blocks, construction work left half finished 10 years ago.
Water drips down eaves of Eternite. The jetty below her feet creaks to the tune. The smell of salt and dog shit in the background.
It's pornographically poor. The street has no name. All the men are dead or missing. And is that the carcass of a motor carriage over there?
She squints her eyes.
I'm surprised that woman hasn't put me to the sword yet. Maybe she will. You should ask your questions while you can.
Dark eyes survey the coast leading up to Martinez. Dull grey metal rests in her scabbard. A sword. The wind is too loud for her to hear.
I think Lillian should kill her with her sword. I think that would be appropriate.
Fortunately for you, madame, the RCM is on the scene.
All right. Politics time. Let's react. Real men. Real politics. Real thoughts in your head.
You're right to be scared. This is all your fault. You're in danger. The working class have no idea what's happening to them. Try not to be scared. This is just how the real city looks. The place is doomed either way. You're right to be scared. This is all your fault.
Maybe.
She leans against the railing, looking up at the grey sky.
Above you, there forms a quilt of alto-cumulus clouds, twisting into each other. The wind tugs and stretches them over the bay. Their cloud shadows slide over the ruins of Revachol. Wherever they pass, the temperature drops slightly, but perceptibly.
Have I told you how they discovered this place?
The wind picks up her raincoat, flaps in the gust. This fishing village?
No, they're in Celindian, Isola.
What is an Isola exactly?
I'm guessing you don't know then.
No, you haven't told me how they found it.
Well, your condition has left you no worse off than most of these people. The literacy rate is around 45% west of the river. 50 years of occupation have left these people in an oblivion of poverty.
Say nothing.
It's a pity. Most of these people will never know what this place means, this island of matter, or why they were ferried over in the first place. Remind me to tell you one day. For now, how can I assist you in this new location?
Tell me now, we have time.
Do we?
He glances at his watch. It doesn't look like he does. We need to ask her about the investigation, Kim. Come on.
I hear you have singled out a suspect and are in pursuit. This is cause for cautious optimism. I would not want to delay you.
This story she will tell only before she leaves Martinez, at the very end of her stay.
Maybe there is something else I can assist you with while you're hot in pursuit. More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
Let's try the
Glad to have been of assistance. A little better.
esprit de corps stuff. I know I've got a few different jackets with points in that. Yeah, I would also like to succeed the Joyce checks if possible. Let's see what we can do.
Good. What can I help you with?
Hi, Foosh. Just came back from a fitness competition. Dead for the day. Exciting. What was the
More
competition?
lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
What is... Think of something close to you.
6 kilometers southwest in the Valley of Dogs, Junior Officer Chad Tilbrook takes aim at a rabid black dog licking its wounds in the grass. To his left, his partner, Emil Mullins, whispers, "You heard what happened to Tequila Sunset in Martinez?" "Yes, he lost his mind," Tilbrook answers, fingers on the trigger. "Don't worry, Emil." He pulls it out slowly. Slowly now. He'll find it again. We always do.
What am I?
You? You're an officer of the RCM.
She says energetically. The Revachol Citizens Militia.
Preciso mundo.
And what is the Revachol Citizens Militia?
Nothing more nor less than the de facto law enforcement body of post-revolutionary Revachol, Detective.
Yes, we are the Revachol Citizens Militia.
He's being sarcastic.
You said de facto.
Yes, that means not de jure. The RCM acts in what is poetically called the twilight of international law, both at the behest of the coalition government and to its chagrin.
What do you mean?
The RCM's responsibilities are defined by the Emergency, Wayfarer and Aliments Acts, 3 pieces of legislation keeping the city in a, let's be honest, laissez-faire stasis to the benefit of foreign capital.
All 3 are good to know when we are out policing.
So I'm basically a lackey of capital?
There's nothing basic about your role, Detective. It's true that the RCM keeps everything the way our seemingly permanent, provisional rulers like it. Yet, on the other hand, I know these people. I deal with them daily. Let me tell you, dear, they are not fans of you.
Why?
The post-revolutionary decade was a disaster for the coalition government. Revachol in the 20s was hell, especially on the west side of the river. Gang warfare, a botched privatization scheme, a nuclear pile meltdown. They called it the International Zone because no nation wanted to claim responsibility. The RCM restored peace where the coalition failed. A true blue citizens' initiative. They will never forgive you.
That's somewhat of an exaggeration. In reality, ours is a mutually beneficial arrangement. Revacholians get to keep the peace in Revachol, and the coalition doesn't have to worry about it. Anyway, sorry to intrude. Please continue.
Yes, Lieutenant. Permit me to conclude with this. Who you are, to me, is the police. The only legitimate law enforcement authority in Revachol. And if those authorities drink so hard they need help recalling the basic terms of reality, well, I'm here to help.
Didn't do anything amazing, but glad to be there, full of very hot, fit women, so both good and bad for my health. Wow. Sounds like a fun time. I really
Glad to have been of assistance.
really want to pass that conceptualization check. I don't know what much I can do to increase my conceptualization at this point. Like in terms of my general stats, because I really, really want to know what she says there.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
Save scum, is that just is that when you just like save and retry until you get it right? I don't plan to replay the game on stream, maybe someday in my own time, although it is a really fucking long game. So I would like to try and get as much as I can in this playthrough.
Better not.
She wants to answer the question.
Right, so...
Protocol keeps her from it.
Okay, that's fine. So... Still can't really ask her about the tattoos, so... I guess I'm just assuming that I'll only be able to ask her about the tattoos later on. So we'll have to come back to it.
More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
A strange coldness comes over you.
Okay. I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna try and just...
You're
cheat.
back. Good. What can I help you with? More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
A strange cold. It's on.
Okay, I'll try this a few times until I get a bit bored of doing it. And then I can come back and do it later.
You're back. Good. What can I help you? More lessons in basic reality?
A strange. It's on the tip of your tongue. A doubt of.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little...
Yeah, because I don't want to sit here for ages trying to get it right. I'm sure that doesn't make for amazing watching.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? More lessons in basic reality?
A strange. It's on the tip of your tongue.
Glad to have been of assistance.
Yeah, I might come back here later.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon, I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer?
Why does she care about the waves so much?
What is it with you and those waves?
What is it with waves and fishermen? We need to be out there with them, fishing, making a living. So I asked them to accommodate me. But until that happens, I can try to assist you the best I can. So, what will it be, officer?
I'm looking for someone, actually.
Oh? Who?
I'm looking for a suspect who might have stayed in this neighborhood.
Okay. When did this person stay here?
Very recently, over the past few days. She might have arrived on Friday.
Oh. I've been out on the sea for most of the past week. The weather's been good for fishing, so I usually start at 4 in the morning.
Really?
Yes, that's the optimal time. Got to make the most of the calm. I've been sleeping like a corpse after. The sea really takes its toll. Now I'm just waiting for the wind to settle to get out there again. Sorry I couldn't help you out. Maybe I can help you find someone else.
It's okay.
Well, how can I assist you then, officer?
That's my motor carriage in the sea, by the way. Point to the sunken vehicle.
Oh. That's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea?
I got drunk and apparently drove it in the sea.
This calls for a funeral, if you ask me.
You're suggesting we honor the carcass of my former motor carriage?
Aye. Feels deserved, don't you think? Falling in the line of duty like that and all?
What an odd thought. Maybe I should.
Why odd? Our things are a part of our life world. They're made with our human sweat and they share human history. We should care about them as we care about humans. To some extent, at least.
Life world? Someone's been reading up on last century Gotvaldian philosophers. Play it cool now.
Alright, I'm in, but organizing a funeral takes a lot of time and effort, doesn't it?
Oh yeah? You won't even be able to get it out of the water before early June. And where are you going to bury it? Who to invite? What music to play at the wake? Take it from someone who's been through a few funerals. It's easiest to just leave them there and let nature take care of it.
That's all we have time for right now anyway. Come back here in June and see how you feel about it then. It's not like it's going anywhere.
It's a pity we don't get to do more frivolous side activities like rejuvenate the doomed commercial area or...
Yes, that is a pity. But for now, let's focus on the things we do get to do. Like the murder investigation, for example.
He liked the Capri funeral idea.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? For asking her to go on a date. Kim's presence makes it awkward. Carrying the amber dye increases your chances. That's interesting. I'm not super interested in asking her on a date, but who knows? Maybe later.
Our tenant, the policeman.
Oh, we already talked to her about Ruby, didn't we? Hey kids!
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
Kids, have you seen any bad people around? Oh, sorry, you must be Lillian's twins.
This one doesn't say anything, kicking the concrete with his worn-out sneaker.
Lily's our mum.
Oh, I forgot how cute their voices were. I already said that.
The stone kicker laughs suddenly. His head is too large for his shoulders. The other one laughs as well. Maybe there's some kind of reason why they're laughing. An interesting reason, somehow tied to the case.
What are you laughing about?
The boy stops laughing and looks at his toes. Oh, okay. So now he's shy. Now he's not talking. Just wobbling around like he's afraid of something.
Is little Lily your sister? Point to the house.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow, I'm not going to say children are stupid. Kids, have you seen any bad people around?
What bad people?
One of the twins looks up, his mouth slightly open.
I don't think questioning 4-year-olds without their parents present is going to crack the case.
Then we're definitely doing it.
Bye, kids. Let's ask these assholes.
Tequila sunset.
Nope, nothing. No, can't ask him any questions.
Damn cool, Abigail.
Have you seen any women around here lately?
Abigail? Abigail, where are you? Don't call.
Slowly, his head nods off to the side and he passes out, tongue dangling from his mouth.
There was little chance he'd be a reliable witness anyway.
Well, we're looking for Ruby, not Abigail.
The legend! He's back. And firstly, I got...
Okay, well, I'm not buying drugs or booze. And so we're gonna leave it at that. Okay, before I go on, let's give it one more go, shall we, Joyce?
You're back. Good. What more lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the glad to have been of assistance.
Never mind then, I guess. So yeah, we gotta keep looking around for Ruby a little bit. I don't know how to find the secret passcode for Steban's meeting. I really hope that that kind of comes up. I don't know where exactly Land's End is. I know that's one of the places that we were going to look for bullet traces. But what were the places that I had to look? Boardwalk, Island, Land's End. What does island mean? Like the whole island? Okay, there's money in that rock for some reason. The building before you housed an engine. Must have been a big one. Oh, where's my tear bag? Oh, ooh, something up there.
Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this place as a nest for taking the shot? Just some urban detritus, a bottle, and a dilapidated old comms tower.
I don't see it, Lieutenant W. Freitag. I don't see a person take a shot here and hit something there. In the whirling in rags.
Okay, well we found one spot, so that's good. Maybe the campfire was used by the perpetrator, maybe the assailant climbed the... What about the cigarette butts?
Those? A smoking assailant who favors Tumutiri to Astra or Joanne? Cigarette butts are everywhere. This is a common brand for all men.
Still, you felt it was important enough to make a mental note. That means something. You didn't pay attention to any of the other cigarette butts on the coast.
Maybe the campfire was used by the perpetrator.
To warm his hands before pulling the trigger? Perhaps. But anyone could have made this. The coast is specked with fire this time of year. Truthfully, this seems like a very poor choice to take a 1.2 kilometer rifle shot from. Visibility is awful. There's water vapor everywhere. I think we can rule out Biddable Prime, was it?
Maybe the assailant climbed the comms tower, took the shot there.
It's not possible to climb that ladder. And even if it were, why? There's no platform up there to aim from.
The lieutenant looks up, raising his collar. Okay, look over the water to the whirling in rags.
There, 1.2 kilometers over the wave-crossed bay, through heavy, dark grey curtains of rain, you see the smallest rectangle, barely visible. A glowing light on the third floor of the whirling in rags. With binoculars, you would see a young woman's shape move behind the glass, her limbs long and slender, smoking.
Does that... Yeah. I guess this is Land's End then. Oh. You take a mental note to Maturi. She seems important somehow. Okay. Don't know who that is or what you mean, but sure.
Just dead and dying locusts, and the slow swaying of surrounding reeds. Poor things. An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
Could this structure have been used to take the shot?
From here to the whirling, I can't see how. The church is in the way.
I'm not sure we're going to have a lot of luck with trying to open that door, so I'm going to leave it for now. Although I do feel like it's going to be important. Okay, let's fuck about the boardwalk a bit, and maybe a thought will come up. Right, I don't understand why nothing is coming up here. I thought that I was supposed to look on the boardwalk. Okay. Well, I guess maybe it means somewhere different. But I don't really understand where it could mean, because I could see how that's potentially somewhere that you would take a sniper shot from. Let's ask these guys who they've seen around.
Hello. Isn't this a fine morning?
I'm looking for a suspect. Have you seen anyone suspicious around?
No, I'm afraid I can't help you with this one, officer. It's just a regular day off for me and Mikhail here.
He pats his son's head.
So you haven't seen anyone around?
No, I'm sorry. As I said, this is just a day off. We just arrived anyway.
Think friendly and familiar in how he says that. A day off.
Okay. Just trying to figure out where else I would be looking for bullet traces.
The trap is filled with dead and dying locusts. Most of them aren't moving anymore. You still can't see a phasmid anywhere. Poor things.
Couldn't mean up here, could it? Because I think we were here earlier. Come on now, there we go. I don't think this counts as a boardwalk, so it'd be weird if it meant... Sorry, I'm a little bit frustrated that I don't understand what it means. just trying to think about where I should go at the moment. I guess I could go back to the whirling and try and get back into the secret passage. Also just going to have a quick look at my thoughts. Trying to see if I would want to get rid of any of these, but I need the extra conceptualization. And I need the physical instrument. Got quite a lot of these. Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center. That's the art exhibition one, right? I feel like maybe the rewards from that could increase my conceptualization, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure I've read this one before. Wasteland of Reality. It has been brought to your attention that you're an alcoholic and it's a sickness and it's killing you. You're crawling on your knees through life, your booze-filled belly dragging on the ground, your brain now fuzzy, now in overdrive, your hair sticking together with today's cold sweat and yesterday's vomit. Perhaps they're right. Anything is better than this, even bone-dry reality itself. Maybe you can quit? I'd be interested in that. Arno van Eyck. The question won't leave you. Why did the melody line from a broken and discarded tape fit perfectly into a song played by some speed freaks in a frozen tent? Maybe it's the hand of the man machine himself in his attempt to craft a perfect song. Maybe Egghead is actually Arno van Eyck in disguise. Egg? Date of birth generator. Your face looks like it's 58 and your body feels like it's 60. Your mind feels like it's lived for 1 day or 100, both longer than they ought to be. The day and the century, but for how long then has this thing attached to your sentience walked the planet's crust? Time to start wrecking those brains of yours, Elder One. When and where were you born? I'm curious about that as well. Actual art degree. I would be interested in the actual art degree as well. I don't have enough skill points to unlock some of these, do I? I could probably remove volumetric shit compressor for now. I feel like I haven't really needed endurance for a while. Oh, but I don't think I can forget any of them right now. Okay. Well, it is what it is. A cold breeze enough to make the wall planks creak. Okay, nothing in here, I guess. Thought it might be worth checking for clues for Ruby in case something had changed, but Now we'll just go back to the whirling and try that. Physical instrument check. Yeah, I think I'm feeling a bit like there are a few things that I need, like, to pass certain white checks to progress at the moment, and so I feel like I'm going a bit back and forth trying to do that. Without tons of new stuff to do in the meantime, because I've finished like quite a few of the side plot. Okay.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Right, that's locked at the moment. Fuck. I don't know, guys. I might be on the verge of looking up a walkthrough for determining where the shot came from, because I just don't... Like, I felt like I was going to the boardwalk, but apparently I'm going to the wrong place. And I kind of just want to figure out where I'm going so that I can do that one. So, yeah, I think I'm going to cheat. Yeah, hold on, I'll look that up in a second, but I just remembered that sometimes I forget to interact with these, so I'm going to do that now.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
What was this again?
Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care. Silly swaff.
That's the note about the filament thing being moved. What else have I got? Did I interact with the map of Martinez?
The worn map features the patchwork grid of the street.
Yeah, I did.
Medicinal purposes of the pearl. The cover of this heavy tome features a number of... An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the top. It still kind of looks... There it is again. The scent of apricots with a touch of cinnamon. Smells like the end of some distant summer. The surface of another planet. Or some ancient...
hold on a second, you guys. I'm getting a phone call that I have to take. Okay, so I was just looking at the apricot chewing gum wrapper. Ancient temple?
Yes, from the height of antiquity. A long, long time ago. Millennia ago. On an island of time you can never return to.
End of summer.
The sun sets into the sea, but the water does not boil. Instead, it turns to liquid gold. For a moment, the world's store of precious metals seems to increase dramatically, and you are rich. There is a movement next to you, the shuffle of a small coat, warm like the evening. But when you turn toward it, there's nothing there.
Where did it go?
Why are you talking to a gum wrapper?
Take a deep, deep breath.
Bitter, citrus, sweet. It seems to grow stronger, like a glow, with every breath you take, until a blossom of skin and flower petals erupts behind your closed eyes, made of toffee, cream, and distance. You just had to take a dive. Feels so familiar.
Put the wrapper away. Okay.
The face of King Fleece.
Okay, I have interacted with that.
6 crumbling petals.
And with the petals.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
There's quite a lot to read into here, actually. Look at all that content.
Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
Wow. So one of your options is to be like, why can't people make racist jokes anymore? One of your options is, by denouncing the mug, I can earn political capital, so earn clout, basically, for masking my badass hustling. I'm going to push this into the face of every merchant I find and tell them this is your inane ideology. I don't think that's useful. The mug is an example of prejudice. I'm going to use it as an example of what not to do.
But it was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it? Or do some volunteering work. Just finish your case, detective.
Wow. I just got the trophy, the most laughable centrist. This is... hold on, I have to see what the Disco Elysium trophy situation is. Because some of these trophies I haven't had a look at. Let's have a look at them. %. Wow. The goodest of good cops. Really get Kim to trust you. Okay. Biggest communism builder. Employ critical theory 9 times. The world's most laughable centrist. Defend the political center 7 times. I have not been trying to do that. Say 5 art cop lines. Why would I not have recruit detective Kim Kitsuragi? Anyway, literally the sorriest cop on earth. Apologize 10 times. Say 10 traditionalist things. 7 incredibly boring things. Say you're the law 7 times. Get all of the armor. Hit an all-time low with Kim. Fuck, okay. Yak about machines. 11 honor points. Okay, yeah, so a lot of them have to do with role-playing the game in different ways, or your relationship with Kim, or a few of the side quests. But, sorry guys, I got a trophy for saying 7 centrist things, and that's not okay. I don't even know what centrist things I've been saying according to this game. But I promise I'm not a centrist. Hopefully you know that by now. Don't feel like I had a huge amount of options there. But the thing about the merchant line is that, like, I don't think that being a small business makes you a capitalist, you know what I mean? I don't think I can say that to every merchant. I think it's a bit of not a nuanced point of view.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board.
Looked at that already. Okay. I think I've interacted with everything. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, I can't really do a few of these checks for now. Also, I saw that apparently we're not going to be able to find bullet traces for a while, because when I was on BRB, I also did a quick Google, a quick cheat, to figure out how to progress a couple of these things. I'm not sure what to do next while I'm looking for Ruby. I can probably go back to the fishing village and ask some more people about her whereabouts.
There it is again. That spectral smell haunting this industrial harbor. And it smells like...
But, for building communism, I need to talk to Manana, apparently, which makes sense. So I'm going to do that now. I can't believe it didn't occur to me to come back to the part of town where the dock workers are to look for more communists. That was a bit silly of me.
Heavy fuel oil, mostly, because it's an industrial harbor. Years of turmoil, of hopes and dreams, ground beneath the inexorable tides of capital.
Close your eyes and take a deep breath.
Can you smell it now? You inhale. The cilia along your olfactory epithelium tingle with excitement as they sift through the swirling morass of industrial odors. First come the smells of the agitated strikebreakers, layers of body oil and sweat, over-buttered meals pulled from bake-like lunch pails, the biting stench of lye soap. And then there's the slowly oxidizing metal gates, the scent of stale grease emanating from every crack.
Everything in order, detective?
The lieutenant gives you a quizzical look. I'm working on developing my political consciousness.
You're developing your... You know what? I'll just leave you to it. Carry on, detective.
It is a mark of the lieutenant's respect for you that he does not press you on this decidedly extracurricular errand. The lieutenant lacks your highly developed politico-olfactory cortex. The reek of communism is undeniable, and it's coming from that railing right there.
You mean from Manana?
Yes, now's your chance to establish contact.
Here we go. We're building communism.
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you?
Attempt to establish contact. Listen, brother, there's something important I need to talk to you about.
What's that, boy? Yeah?
Now's your chance. Remember, communists are notoriously skittish, so it's best to insinuate your way in.
It involves our mutual friend, Kras. Put your hands next to your head and curl your fingers like deer antlers.
Don't think I've ever met a Kras personally. Then again, I've never been to Grad.
I'm investigating a peculiar smell, one with revolutionary implications.
Could be coming from one of the jam lorries. Cargo's been sitting out for a while.
Okay, maybe it's time to abandon the subtle approach.
What I'm trying to say is, I'm looking for communists. You know any?
Comunistas, huh? Can't say that's where I thought you were heading with this. Not that I'm criticizing. It's good for a man to take his time and think about the whole socio-political world picture.
It's certainly been an interesting development to witness firsthand.
So you've given up copying and now you're hunting comunistas. Care to say why?
I'm not hunting communists. I'm trying to get organized by them.
Oh, I see. I wish I could help. Unfortunately, I don't know many comunistas.
I thought you union guys were all communists. It's an interesting thing to say, but yeah, I've talked in previous streams about how not all union members are communists, and also like about a critique of this particular union and some of the behaviors around, so I think I'm just going to focus on him. Are you sure you smell just like a communist?
Didn't realize you could smell communism. But then, I'd never studied the subject.
Maybe it's not taught in any of your so-called universities, but there's definitely something going on here.
I do remember the inner voice called you boring and then asking him and about where he just says, don't worry about it. Yeah, I did have a couple of boring options, so I don't know how I'm doing in terms of the boring cop stats. Let's have a check. 3 superstar, 2 apocalypse, 4 boring, 30 communist. Oh, I've got 7 moralists, so I guess that sucks. But 30 communist is huge, so I really feel proud that overwhelmingly I'm giving communist vibes.
But you know, I did meet a genuine ideologo a few months ago. Perhaps he's your guy.
What's an ideologo?
You know, a guy with a theory. Someone who likes to pit his theory against other theories in deadly theory combat.
How did you meet him?
It was late one night as I was leaving the arbor. He was waiting on the corner in a classic Sara jacket. Like the one you've got there. He asked me for a light. We shared cigarettes. Then he asked me if I ever thought about getting into some of the extra physical branches of communism.
See, all this political chit-chat is just an excuse to rip tar with strangers. Let's say we just skip right to the good part then.
What does that mean, the extra physical branches of communism?
No idea. I took it to mean he was asking me to join some sort of underground cell. A very old school organizing technique. The sort of thing comunistas used to do before the revolution.
What did you tell him?
The same thing I always tell people who try to press some claim on me. I said, every boyadero rides alone.
Did he say his name was Steban by any chance?
Didn't say anything about his name. Wasn't the sort of encounter where names matter.
Okay, how do I find this guy?
I couldn't tell you. Once I declined his offer, we finished our cigarettes and he disappeared back into the night. Just before he melted into the shadows, he turned to me and said, "Remember Dobrava and Abadanais." And then he was gone.
Who are Dobrava and Abadanais?
I don't know. Guess not everyone remembers.
What do you think it means?
Been wondering about that myself. Some comunista inside talk with me. Not meant for the wider public. They love that kind of thing. You'd have to ask someone who knows the ideologo personally.
Not to interfere in your personal errand, but it might have something to do with that passphrase Cindy mentioned earlier.
Right. Good thinking, Kim.
The lieutenant nods.
Just in time. The faithful partner arrives with the key that turns the lock. You two make a good pair.
Thanks.
I salute you, boyas, and wish you good fortune on this grand ideological quest.
The man whispers a jaunty tune. A coastal breeze ruffles his hair.
Have I not asked him why he's striking before?
We're negotiating our share.
Your share?
Aye.
How large a share would you like?
All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
This seditious talk sounds like communism. Just so we're on the same page, communism is basically wanting to kill the rich people, or deporting them to a labor camp in southeast Grad. But don't say that out loud if you're a communist.
It's also crucially getting the owners, the workers to own the means of production, which is what is being described. Are you a communist?
No. I don't think I'm a communist. Seeing something of value and saying I want it all to myself is a much older and simpler notion. No science to it at all.
You disappoint me, manana.
Even a weak child can think it. The only things holding someone back are I can't and I shouldn't.
But the stuff you do aligns admirably well with the World Republic. Why not call yourself a communist?
I have nothing against communists. They are honorable boyaderos. And they have good analysis. But my own code serves me well. If my code starts failing, a code can fail a man as well as a man can fail a code, then I will have to submit to a new one. Which may well be communism.
Sorry, what's your code? To just look out for yourself?
He knows who he is, firmly grounded, has no need to reinforce or elaborate his political identity to himself or others.
It sounds like you're a communist who thinks he isn't doing enough to call himself one.
See, I'm primarily a lazy person.
He looks amused, as if thinking about some private joke or mystery. The boss man, Everard, what can you tell me about him?
I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman.
What does bossing the union entail, anyway?
I guess you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the harbor, makes deals with the owners or other relevant parties. Watches out for his own.
By that, you mean corruption?
By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered world, see? And in this world, the old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too lavish.
The desk seemed lavish to me.
He is reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion. Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway. And moralism is the most corrupt of them all.
Not you would like to say. But then there's that weasel dog. This man has political theory, and it has not failed him today.
You seem to have spent a lot of time thinking about the political situation. I'm not sure exactly what your opinions are, though.
Sure. I've had the necessary free time. Fortunately, there's always time.
The look in his brown eyes conjures up an understanding. For him, having command of his time is the most important thing.
And do you not believe that all workers should have that? Is that not kind of a communist belief?
It all comes together now. The way he speaks about scabs, his general attitude. He's a follower of a 500-year-old Franco-Nigerian Boyadero code, itself an appropriation of Vespertine cool, that of a noble peasant or a traveling herdsman. True to yourself, independent in your actions, loyal to your friends.
I'm not sure how different that is from communism. Like, maybe agricultural communism, but then we haven't really had the opportunity to discuss agricultural communism in this game because that's not really been, like, explored, because it's not really been relevant in this context, but... Okay, Manana, you're kind of confusing. Maybe I am a boyadero?
No.
But...
No. The man sits on the railing, his hands reaching far and wide. Yet it feels as if he could, effortlessly, go even wider, if need be. An endless torrent of time.
Okay. Well, that's that, I guess. Get yourself organized. Attend Steban's meeting after 10 at the Capeside Apartments. Okay, well... we won't be able to do that till the evening. Let me drop off my tear.
The tear machine your bottles clunk into.
Wow. Well, 50 cents is better than no cents. Okay, once again, I'm trying to figure out what I can do while I wait for 10 o'clock.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Hi again, gendarme. Bye-bye, gendarme.
You see a heavy steel.
Should I just go back to the... Should I just go back to the fishing village and keep asking around about Ruby? Maybe I can ask. I don't know if I've asked them about it in the church, but I'm like, who else around here is there to ask about Ruby? Maybe I should just go back to the Feld building. Consult with the wind again.
The once bright mural towers above you, saying, Feld Electrical, R&D. Tomorrow is just a whisper away.
Found the empty trap, heard Luna's true story, reconstructed execution, confronted the pigs, established the nightclub, discovered the anomaly, death notification, found the jacket. Okay, wow. Let's listen to the wind again.
Suddenly, there's a sigh, carried on the molecules around you, moving, flowing from high pressure to low pressure, like that of a woman emptying her lungs. She wraps the collapsing stone box in front of you in her breath, flowing through it.
Where does it go?
In through the collapsed roof, flowing down a concrete staircase to the basement, sweeping away footprints in the dust on the stairs, and then the beach below the boardwalk, its winding tunnels, a whisper away.
What is happening?
She's down there.
I think she's down there below this building.
Okay. Why?
The wind told me.
So, how do we get in there? The doors were on the collapsed side of this building. They're gone, basically.
There's a ladder next to the sign. Perhaps we can climb it, enter through the roof.
Perhaps you can climb them. We are not climbing anything. I'm 43 years old, and I plan to live to see 70.
Wow.
There has to be a way to use brute force. Climbing sounds unsafe. Brute force is safe. Look around and find something to break if the ladder fails.
Okay. Well, let me get my physical instrument boosting clothes back on, which I think might just be the tank top, but still.
rusty ladder leads to the rooftop. Some of the rungs are missing.
Yeah, that doesn't look good at all.
Assess the situation.
The distances between the remaining rungs are rather wide. You'd have to use the mounting brackets. However, they seem corroded and the peeling rust is razor sharp. In addition, the first rung is going to be tough to reach. It's what, 3 meters above the ground? And you're 180?
180 seems about right.
Not to mention that the roof is collapsing and the wind gets pretty brutal up there. Dismounting from the ladder is going to be hard. Perhaps if you were to not climb the ladder. Instead, what if you were to reconceptualize climbing the ladder? Astral projection. Be open-minded about this.
What if I don't climb? What if I just teleport?
Teleportation is not a thing.
The lieutenant stares at you, stone-faced. Come on, Kim, where's your adventurous spirit?
This really has nothing to do with adventure. We are dealing with basic physics.
It won't hurt to try.
Oh yes, it could hurt. A lot.
He is restraining himself from using a parental tone with you right now.
Teleport to the roof.
On second thought, maybe teleportation isn't the thing.
Shit.
Because you're just standing there squeezing your buttocks and nothing is happening. The lieutenant looks at you with that "I know you're thinking the stupid thing" look as you grow tired of clenching your buttocks and give up.
Okay, let's look for something to break. Find another way into the Feld building. Yeah, let's try to find another way in. Guess that's our only choice for now. Oh.
An old pipe peeks out from beneath the rotten boards of the boardwalk. Could this be an alternative path into the Feld building?
Come closer and look in.
Your eyes slowly begin to adjust to the darkness inside the drainage pipe. The lieutenant looks over your shoulder.
What's in there?
A thin layer of snow gleams inside the pipe.
What else?
As your eyes adjust, you see some trash. Crumpled up newspapers, cigarette butts. Someone has half-heartedly spray-painted skulls on the right side. And nothing. Broken glass from bottles thrown against the walls of the pipe. A syringe.
Could we get into the Feld building through this pipe?
Given that this isn't a martial arts thriller, it's highly unlikely, and not without risk to our health either. However, the pipe suggests there may be an entrance to the basement around, and it's right here, a maintenance door.
I've been having such bad luck with these checks today, but let's do it. Try to pull the door apart.
The metal
Thank
doors
God.
are heavy, and the flaking rust hurts your palms. But, together with the lieutenant, you manage to slide them open just enough to squeeze in.
Good work. Shall we?
Alright. You should take out your flashlight. Okay, I can do that. Me, my plastic bag, and my flashlight against the world. This overturned table is covered in orange mildew, crawling with something. Old file folders in the cart, silvery with mold. A series of thick, dusty panes of glass. Another jacket. +1 suggestion. Enter Isolari's suit jacket. A muted brown suit jacket perfect for a day at the office or an evening at the cafe. The red rose at the bottom of the left breast pocket is slowly wilting. Right, very similar to the other one. But I'm going to need those conceptualization points, I think. The collapse nearly sealed the basement. One can barely squeeze in. Antiquated office furniture. Last century, maybe? Oh. Hold on. Brought down and forgotten so long ago. Let me just see what's over here first. In the beam of the flashlight, a crevice in the wall. Boot prints in the sand. One of the soles appears more worn than the other. The tunnel collapsed. You'll have to find another way around. Okay. There's something in the air, an unnatural buzzing. It's getting louder, the buzzing sound.
There it is again, like a swarm of hornets buzzing under your scalp. A strange tingling you can almost smell.
Lieutenant, do you feel something?
No. What do you mean?
A pain, a strange tingling.
I don't feel it, but we should still be careful. There were footprints back there, and I'm pretty sure they were fresh.
I saw them too, footprints with the right sole worn smooth.
Looks like our suspect. If she's in here, we need to plan our next step carefully.
What do you mean?
Once we detain a credible suspect, who knows what the Union and the Wild Pines will do. We'll set in motion events we have no control over.
You will upset the balance of power in Martinez. The deadlock between the company and the Union will destabilize. Keep calm. Go over the whole situation in detail.
We found out Everett's plan to take the harbor. Maybe we should tell Joyce about it? We've met Joyce, but we don't know what she knows yet. We should probably find out.
Definitely. I think she knows something about the mercenaries, maybe. And she won't be around if the situation explodes.
How bad do you think things could get?
Well, we are not responsible for what we can't predict, are we? I don't think the entire city will be razed to the ground.
If you can't predict it, there's nothing you could have done.
We found out Everett's plan to take the harbor. Maybe we should tell Joyce about it?
I leave that to your judgment. You already know what I think about cross-pollinating information like this. It's dangerous, but...
He just can't be sure. Maybe it will yield something useful.
What do you think is waiting for us there?
I think I see a cavern. Maybe more cellars? I think we've been careful enough. We still have the element of surprise.
I wouldn't be so sure. You haven't exactly been sneaking.
Or maybe not. Either way, once we go deeper, there will be no turning back.
Okay, I feel like it's telling me this is a point of no return situation. So I might have to go back and see if I can talk to Joyce. Ooh, hat. +1 to Mazovian economics. Friendly neighborhood communard. Lovely. An Ushanka with the Mazovian logo, a pair of deer antlers on its silvery white front. Your ears feel cuddled and cared for by the state. Love it. I feel like I just need to, like, coordinate. A little bit. What trousers go best with this look? I think the white is working really well. But I'm not sure about the yellow. You know what I mean? Let's try the jeans. What are the jeans stats? -1 reaction speed. I don't have many pants to choose from here. I think I'll just rock the jeans for a while. Shoe-wise, I think I needed the increased perception, so... and the boots are slaying, so...
This hat is so soft, so warm. It wraps around your head, and your mind tingles with all manner of socio-economic theory.
This is an Ushanka, right? Pat the hat.
Kraz Mazov would have worn this Ushanka. Mazov knew where to cook those thoughts. That's why it bears a Mazovian logo. Glory to the revolution, comrade. Whether you like it or not, wearing this hat has made you more communist.
These pots and plates are full of dust and spider webs. Revolutionary propaganda on the bunk bed, ancient flyers and brochures.
A mustachioed and mutton-chopped man, amateurishly depicted, gazes at you with sad eyes. The plaque reads, K. Mazov. There is a spider web in the lower left corner of the portrait.
Brush the dust off the portrait.
Years' worth of dust is shaken off. The full head of hair, matched by an ample moustache and sideburns, look a bit silly. Someone crouches, heels digging into wet sand. Hands sweep across the sand, grains sticking to the frayed skin of the fingertips. An old man sits on a slab of concrete and taps his fingers against the glass of a scope. You shudder.
Look, Kim, it's Comrade Mazov.
Yes, I can see that. Looks like some communists were hiding out here. They left a long time ago.
The lieutenant does not seem to share your enthusiasm.
A long time ago? How long?
Half a century. This was probably part of the network of defense posts the communards built against the amphibious landing. I think the purpose of this bunker was to produce propaganda. It would have had radio equipment back then, but that's all been looted.
What's with all these secret weapons caches and secret bunkers?
We have found a lot of those lately. I guess what most people think of as history tends to linger in rundown neighborhoods. Martinez being what it is, no one has gone through the trouble of cleaning out the old bunkers.
Maybe I should move in here. Seems cozy.
I won't stand in your way, but only after we're through with this case.
Could it be connected to the Mazov bust we found in the students' room?
Millions of depictions of Mazov have been produced. They're not all connected. Besides, that looked like some student. The youths always go for this kind of stuff.
Could someone have stopped through here recently?
You mean like Ruby? No, I think we've stumbled on a piece of history.
The same slit window you saw from the outside. Okay, well... Stale fabric smell and dust. No one slept here in months, maybe years. Okay, well it seems that I don't want to go much farther that way. But maybe I can explore around up here. The glass is covered with grime and dust. You can barely see out. Nice, this is the roof. Okay. The gusts of wind, the height feels dizzying. The central support beam has been destroyed by artillery fire. that's it. That's... Okay, that's it. In which case, I'm gonna have to make another go of talking to Joyce if I can. Union cryptozoology business might end if you do. I think that my cryptozoology plotline is over now. But I am worried about missing on some stuff with Joyce.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
So I've been dealing with Everard again.
Oh?
Everard helped me find my gun.
Stupendous. I didn't think he'd pull through.
Check it out. Pull out your gun.
That's beautiful.
She inspects it.
Keeping her calm, perfect posture. Her eyes move across the muzzle keenly.
A Villiers 9mm. Front-loaded? 2 or 3 barreled?
3. It was not easy to get this gun back, I'll tell you.
Villiers and LaSalle was one of the original 14 Indo-tribes of Revachol. Did you know? Artillery and ballistics. Before the revolution, of course. They belong to some Gottwalders now.
She phrases it as if it's a pity. She also phrases it as a transition out of you waving your gun around.
What else? It helps to sometimes hold inventory of the things you've achieved, you know. Clears the soul.
Should I tell her this whole thing is a takeover? Again, I think I'm interested just because of exposition and curiosity. Let's come back to it.
The lorries are still stuck at the roundabout. If the police is asking, one of the drivers might admit to it.
I heard something about a complex operation earlier. This adds up.
I'm glad to hear, officer. I'm sure you'll find out just what that means soon enough.
We already have some suspicions that one of the drivers was present at the lynching.
The two might even be connected.
Or not. Though, if you have evidence to the contrary, I'm eager to hear it.
As eager as I am to share it, Lieutenant, once the job is done.
Okay, I don't know what's gonna happen if I say this, but I've made up my mind about the smuggling investigation.
Yes?
We'll take the case, probe the driver, see what it yields. Okay, so I hadn't even technically accepted this investigation yet, so sorry, that's my bad.
Excellent. According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something. It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least. You should have the time you need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance.
Okay. Well, I was wondering about that. I feel a bit silly now. So let's head back to the lorry drivers and ask them. Because I remember trying to talk to that guy before and being like, why can't I ask him anything? I would say, you know, for a lot of it, like, the game is pretty intuitive in terms of, like, where you're supposed to be going and what you're supposed to be doing. But sometimes, I don't know if maybe it's just me, but
the trap is full of locusts, but they seem weak and unhealthy. A few lie on their backs with their legs twitching. Still, no Phasmid.
But sometimes I get like a bit stuck on certain things. And I guess it's maybe that I just need to remember to like run around and explore more places and explore all the dialogue options a bit more, but I don't know.
Fourth.
Ahead, decades-old concrete defenses, children play on them now. Yep, that does explain why I hadn't solved it yet. Well, it's giving me point of no return vibes, so I'd just really like to complete as much as I can.